Alright, so I'm hoping in this test to show something I've had happen to me quite a bit. It is when I'm in stealth, completely hidden, using Snipe. Well, focused aim actually is the morph I went with for the purpose of testing in the PTS. I will sometimes not get from stealth critical damage, and I'm going to show first when I'm at maximum range. Alright, so the ability is just now able to use, so that's how I'm determining maximum range. So right now this is 35 meters to target. I'm using Stranglers because they don't move, and my crit value with the weapon enchant is enough to kill them in one shot. So for the purpose of testing, it's a lot easier to use these for what I'm trying to show. But I've been doing it on different things, and I've experienced it on different mobs, not just these alone. This is just what I found to be easiest to show it. So from stealth, completely hidden, sniping, 19,610 with 1,100 is my normal damage, and the 19,610 on the focused aim is my from stealth crit snipe bonus damage, and the 1,110 is a non-crit unresistible damage. Equipment that I'm using is Archer's Mind. 4 pieces are VR14. All of it is stamina, and 1 piece is the VR13. I'm using shoulders and legs of Hawkeye, and I'm using the just a regular VR14 blue necklace and Hawkeye rings with weapon damage, also weapon damage on the necklace, and a Covenant's bow, so that's where that unresistible damage is coming from. And it's precision, or precise rather. So I got the weapon and spell crit on the bow. So with that gear I get a higher from stealth crit bonus damage. Now if I go at maximum range and I'm not stealthed, and it may take me a minute to get it to crit a few tries, but you'll be able to see what I do with a crit not in stealth. So for this I'm going to use Camouflaged Hunter because it does up crit now, and I'm going to replace Venom Arrow. I just use it for distance testing. I like to have Venom Arrow on there, but just to show, hopefully I'll get a better crit chance now. Alright, so max distance. Alright, no go on there. Alright, you can see I crit there, 11,333. I'd like to show it on the initial hit, just so you can see for max range, because it will be different because of that range. Alright, so 13,111. And because I'll have the from stealth crit happening a lot, I'll try to show you again. Alright, so cool. We got it twice back to back. You can see it's consistent. That's what it's going to be. And what I'm trying to show is I'm not always getting that from stealth critical bonus damage on Snipe. So instead of it hitting for 19,600, sometimes it hits for around 14,000, which is a bit higher than my max range out of stealth crit. Not by much, but it's a big gap, and I'm not sure if there's a single multiplier that's working in there to make it a little bit more than my out of stealth crit, but it's so close just for convenience, the sake of convenience. I'm just going to say I'm getting a normal crit value on damage instead of a from stealth crit value on damage. It'll take a bit for me to get it because it's very, I don't want to say very rare. It's about a 1 in 25 or so, 1 in 20 maybe. It'll happen. So not entirely common, but I kind of focus my build along the lines of reliability for a very stable damage, and for it not to always do the same damage is a bit odd because it never did this before, so I'm going with it's something in PTS that has potentially changed it. Alright, so there we go. That's another thing that I wanted to address, as well as the reduction in damage from stealth. I'm not always getting that from stealth crit damage bonus, but the fact that being in stealth is no longer guaranteed 100% crit. And as you can see, my crit is 49%, so it's fairly high, but that's just because I put Camouflaged Hunter on. Without the Camouflaged Hunter bonus, 39, so, or actually 36 consecutive hits with focus aim of it. So let me put that back on. But I couldn't find that anywhere in the PTS. I had a friend say that it was in there. I used Control F and I did search by keywords. I looked at percents, critical, crit, stealth, sneak, cloak. I looked up all those keywords as what, because I couldn't find it scrolling through the list, reading everything. I browsed over it a few times, and then I searched for keywords, and I couldn't find in the PTS anywhere where it said that it's no longer a 100% chance to crit from stealth. So anybody that looks at this finds it, and it's in there. I'm not saying it's not. I couldn't find it, so I'm assuming that that's a bug. Hoping it's a bug, because I quite enjoy the fact that being in stealth, it gives you that 100% chance to crit. Alright, there we go. It took a while, but that's what I was talking about. As you can see, completely in stealth, completely sneaking, 14,007 I think that was, damage, doing the same thing. That was a crit for sure, because, you know, my non-crit was something like 7,000 or some shit like that. Wasn't really watching it too much when I did not crit, but yeah, it's really close to when I was just standing at max range. And you know, it happened to me quite a bit because I've been testing different things, different armors and whatnot to see in PTS what I kind of want to use. And it's something I've noticed, experienced rather, quite a bit in the tests. But as you could tell, for how long it took me to actually get it to happen when trying, it's not very common, but it is, I would say, a disturbing thought that my crit is not going to do a reliable damage that I can count on, 100% of the time, because it's always the same spike damage like your cap. And that's not to say now with the changes to armor and everything that I'm going to hit the same on every person anymore. In fact, far from it. But the fact that my damage cap for some reason can drop by that big of a difference in damage, I mean, it's nearly, was it 4,500 or so damage. And that's just on these little trash mobs. So that would be a very big difference on a player when it actually comes time to matter. I'm trying to get it to happen one more time. Alright, so there we go on the same guy. As you can see, that's same max range and in stealth. I was far from any of the other trash to be detected. I completely closed and just lower damage for whatever reason. So you can see that a second ago. That's one occasion what I hit, and then on this guy, what I should be hitting. So not sure why it's doing that. I'm assuming it's a bug. Gonna go with that, as well as the crit from stealth not being 100% chance. Bings that I couldn't find it in the notes anywhere for PTS 1.6. I'm gonna assume that both of these are bugs that I'm experiencing, and gonna go ahead and upload this and put it on a forum someplace, and hopefully it gets looked at.